So trust means a great deal to me. I often say to a lot of people, even now during my work at Inside Riders, it's like all relationships must be begin by first cultivating and then further nurturing and nourishing trusting and meaningful relationships. And I say that because of what I was directly exposed to. Um, After just a few months in juvenile hall, I didn't have any type of trust in most of the adults that I was around because I felt like they only wanted something from me. So it was like it was a lot of, taking from me that I felt was expected, but not enough giving to me as a kid who needed, better mentorship and support, guidance, right? And I think that how I began to start learning to trust some people began with the likes of Sister Janet, of Mark Salzman, of a few other individuals who I met in juvenile hall, where when I did speak with them, they didn't ask me for anything. Instead, they were always consistently asking me what they could do for me. How can I help you? And of course, there was that initial skepticism, right? Where it's like, okay, hold on, I'm being kind of told you trust nobody, and I know that especially going into prison, it was always like, don't trust no one, right? But that was like, I can't be so calloused and jaded where I don't want to give people an opportunity. I need them to be able to have this opportunity to show me who they are, right? Because I would love to have an opportunity for people to see who I truly am instead of just passing judgment on me because I was a kid who was locked up, who was this, labeled monster criminal, right? So through consistency, I felt like I could start learning to trust these individuals because they were so consistent. When it came to like Mark Salzman, he showed up time and time again without payment. He was doing these classes with us strictly from the compassion and generosity in his heart to constantly show up. Even when we're on lockdown, making that trip, going through the clearances just to arrive at our housing unit to be told that he wasted his time because he wasn't able to see us due to whatever occurred inside the facility. But he never failed to show up. And it meant a lot, And later on, throughout my life, even after having to go to adult state prison, I think that those were the most incredibly profound and impactful lessons I've been able to learn and carry with me to this day, right? Is to always try to be my authentic self, to try to encourage others to allow themselves to sometimes take a chance, allow yourself to be vulnerable, engage in honest conversations, communications with one another, because that's how we can really start bonding with one another and seeing each other for who we truly are, right? Because a lot of times, especially now, there are spaces I go to where all people really care about are positions and titles. But I'm like, yes, I may be an executive director, but I'm Jimmy more than anything. First and foremost, I'm Jimmy. I'm an individual. I'm a person who has gone through, his own fair share of trials and tribulations and has certain experiences, has certain insight that I would like to be able to share for those who want to listen. At the same time, I also want to be a sponge, and absorb and hear from others as well, because there's quite likely something that you have experienced that I can resonate with, that can better support my ongoing kind of personal and professional growth and development. Because I think that's ultimately what life is, right? It's just to be able to experience new things, to learn new things, and to have fun while you're at it, and to build these meaningful relationships along the way. So that's why trust, again, means a great deal to me.